Everybody, thanks for joining me for this free intro webinar about the soul contract reading training. So I'm just going to sort of share with you what this training is about. But first off, only if you want to, I'd just like to hear a little bit about how you got to the webinar and what your interest is, what you'd like to find out about the training, because if each of you sets your intent, if you're open to it, then that gives me a good idea how to pitch the actual webinar, because it's different every time we do this, okay? So you don't have to speak if you don't want to, but you all seem pretty keen to show yourself. So who would like to go first? Just wave at me if you want to go first. Lance.
So what were the two parts? Do you want me to say something about myself and then what
just where you are, what brought you here, and what your interest is in on the webinar, psychoanalytic reading training.
Okay.
Just get a feel for that.
Sure. I'm in San Diego, California, USA, and I just actually got a reminder email that there was a webinar today, and I normally am not off during the day, so I don't have time to attend most of the webinars, so I had the time today, so I wanted to go ahead and sign up. And I'd like to see if I can learn some things beyond the book, because I've studied it pretty closely. Yeah. And maybe some more things about karmic locks and clashes.
Okay. Yeah, we may not get into that because that's more like, that'll be the next book when I get around to writing it. That's relationship.
Is that going to be a while?
Yeah, I got a bit burnt out from writing the first book, publicizing it. But I'm thinking about it today. But you never know, we might get to it. Okay. Angela, where are you?
Oh, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I am in Elgin, South Carolina. And I'm a licensed therapist, family counselor by trade. I just started doing forensic interviews for children of abuse and neglect and sexual abuse and drama and all that. But for me personally, I kind of been tossed to and fro, and I didn't understand where I was and what was going on and why at times I feel very rigid in, I have to do certain things. I'm reading 6 books at a time, like craving all this knowledge. And when I did my soul contract reading, I was like, stuff started making sense. However, I'm still on the surface level of getting an understanding. So I've been thinking. I was like, I got to get in touch with David. Like, how do I get in touch with David? Because I want to know more. And then I wanted to know if you were doing anything here. And lo and behold, in my box, here it is. I'm at work right now. I don't even have my folder with me. But I was like, I am going to be on this call. So here I am.
Okay. Yeah, we do it as late as possible. But I'm in the UK, so I'm 5 hours ahead of you. So... Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Sujata, you had your hand up. I'll unmute you. It's okay. You can just talk.
Oh, yeah. Rachel Flower, she gave me a reading, and I found it really super helpful. And I'm in the midst of huge life transitions right now, like all of them: relationship, job, housing, town, all of it. I live in California right now, but I may move to Seattle. I haven't read the book yet, but I have it. I'm looking at this as a possible career in future, and until my brain gets better, I can't be on the super long class yet. So probably future class is not the one you're going to be offering in March.
Yeah.
But I look forward to see what's next for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Who would like to go next?
Okay. I'll introduce myself if that's all right.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm Andy. I'm in the UK.
Yep.
I am a professional data analyst.
What sort of analyst? I broke up then a bit.
Data analyst and GIS. But I also work with career progression for staff, so I coach as well.
Yeah.
And I have been reading a book, and like Angela, it's sort of like eureka moment. Oh, so this is what I have been going through, and this is what it's all about. it is quite amazing. And I have been using the book. I've been carrying it around with me, reading it and using it big time. I've been using this on all sorts of people I know as well, and I find it very useful. The other thing I'm really interested in is to really go more in depth. So many questions, and I'm quite sure they will be answered in your course.
Yeah.
I'm like Sujata was saying, I'm at the crossroads, spaghetti junction of my life, and that would certainly help me towards where I would like to go, or might be going. I don't know at this point. So, looking forward to it. I've been trying to call you, being in the UK, but you're very busy, so I keep getting voicemails.
Leave a message if you want to get hold of me, because you just leave a message and I'll get back to you.
Okay, that's good, because I have, apart from this one, there are a couple of other ones I would very much like to look into. One of them is divine healing.
Yeah, well, if you want to just send the message on the chat here with your phone number, and we can set up a time to talk, or email me on the Nicholas Direct 3.
Yeah.
Tell me when you're around and we can set up a time to actually chat.
Oh, that would be absolutely brilliant, because then I can have a better idea of how to schedule the kind of courses I'd like to teach, or even the session I would like to have.
Yeah.
I have your email at Nicholas2 or 20 or something like that.
Yeah, the one on the confirmation, the email contact on the webinar is Nicholas with no H, direct 3.
Okay, direct as in I.
DIRECT.
Oh, direct. Okay.
Yeah, that comes directly to me. Any other one goes to my staff, because there's usually too many emails. So.
Okay, at gmail.com.
No, at center with an ER.
Oh yes, the center.
Or
Sure.
consciousascension.net. Yeah.
Okay, I will do that. So Nicholas Direct 3, number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. All right, Sarah.
Hi there. I've been a coach for quite a number of years, spiritual coach, and do awakening coaching and soul coaching. And I also am an intuitive. I've been doing intuitive readings for a number of years. And I do energy work specifically to awaken the soul in people. And so the work that you do, to me, seems to pull this all together. It would provide people with a tangible, practical set of information that then they might choose to be coached about or receive divine healing with, etc. So it feels like the linchpin in my work, and I'm very interested in taking the training if I can, and just getting really good at the readings so that that can serve to pull people in and direct them toward my other services. So.
Okay, thank you, Sarah, for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Well, I better do a bit of talking now, so I'm going to put on the little presentation we got here. But we pretty much do these things depending on what you guys need, so...
Should mute me, Nicholas.
You can mute on the bottom left there.
Bottom left.
Bottom left, okay. All right.
I don't see it.
There should be a little microphone on the side there. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it for Angela and for Sujata. I'll just do it.
Yeah, please.
If you want to talk, just wave at me. Now, you already see 4 of you at a time on the right hand side. If you want to see someone else talking, you just click on the little chevrons at the top or bottom of the sequence of 4. Then you can move people around. Okay. All right. So. Let me find my little pen here so I can draw this for you. Just a sec. Here it is. We read. Yep. So, excuse me. So, the soul contract reading training is really about empowering spiritual seekers, guys like you who've been on the path for a while, to really manifest their soul purpose. And we all have this feeling deep inside there's something special we're here to do. And most light workers, spiritual seekers, spend their whole life trying to find out what that is. Sort of nags at us really a lot. And the purpose of this work is to decode what that is and show people actually how to get there. That's what this work is about. And as most of you read the book, you know how powerful this work is. So I discovered this way back in 1990, at the beginning of my spiritual journey. I've been traveling around the world and been drawn to go to different places, and I was given a brochure for a training in Arizona by Frank Alper. He's the one who originally brought through this work in the 80s. And I had this brochure in my bag for a year. I picked it up in Japan and my friend there, and I thought I have to go to this. So it was the main reason for going to America for the first time, was to go and find this guy and do this. So I had a very strong soul drive, and I ended up on one of his workshops called the Carousel of Growth. And all the people I've met in there seem really familiar. And as part of the process there, he was offering what they called spiritual numerology of Moses readings, which is what we call soul contract readings now. And so he basically took a Star of David and asked me for my birth certificate name, and he spent the next hour explaining my entire life. And just like you guys have had with the book, I'll try to create a similar sort of experience with the book, where most of us spend our time lost, not sure why all these weird things are happening, disparate events, don't see how it all fits together. And Frank explained my entire life and put it all in context. And that reading is the reason I'm here today doing this sort of work, because he explained I was here to be a teacher, spiritual teacher, to empower people and make a difference here and catalyze them into growth and share knowledge. And I've been following that reading of 27 years ago ever since, and it's got me a long way. And before that, I was lost. I had no idea what to do in life. And so it radically changed everything that I am. And even when the going got tough, at least I knew why it was getting tough and what to do about it. Whereas some of you are therapists or have clients of sorts, and you see people don't know what to do, and they're flailing around in the dark. And so most people are only drawn to this work when they're ready to hear it. People who buy the book on Amazon either give it 4 or 5 stars because they really get it and they're ready for it, or they give it 1 because they don't get it, because they're not ready for it. And there's not much in the middle, I've discovered. So it sort of made me realize that you have to be ready to open to the deepest truth of who you are. So you as a spiritual seeker, because you go to sleep, so you can actually have that truth at the right time, so you can wake up out of the unconsciousness of this human experience. How many of you guys have seen the movie The Matrix? Yeah. Well, The Matrix is a good metaphor for what goes on down here. Everyone's asleep in a waking dream, basically. And this is like the lights going on in the Matrix when you do this sort of work. And so the sort of people who would come to you if you decide to do the training are other spiritual seekers who are wanting to connect and manifest their purpose, are seeking out the tools and knowledge on this journey. And they'll pretty much do whatever it takes to get there, because it's so strong, it becomes the most important thing in their life. Okay, so this work is designed for those people. It's designed for those who are on a normal distribution on the bell curve. It's for the spiritual seekers right up here, the pioneers, the people who seek the total truth, really want to get on with it. Okay. People who are just beginning their soul journey or awakening, they don't usually get to this work for a little while. They've got to do a few other things before they can hear this level of truth. So this is sort of your niche here, really. Guys who really want the absolute truth. Okay. And So you're the answer to their search, really. If they find you, if they manifest you in their life, that means they're ready to hear the truth from you. People can only find this when they're ready, otherwise they won't find you at all. This is the way it works. So the people who turn up are pretty much always ready. They want to know everything. And so they'll just really pick your brains, Sarah. They'll just go through everything because they know that you know the answer that they've been searching for. They know that you are going to sort of pull that splinter out of their mind that they talk about in the Matrix and say, well, this is why it's here. Okay. So basically, you read the book, I don't just spend too much time on this. Basically, you're going to explain to them how the sound of their name creates a reality in each moment, how this spiritual map of life helps them overcome the tough stuff in their karma, expresses their talents and achieves their goals, and most importantly, manifests their life purpose, because that's the big question they all have. What's my real purpose? Because there's something that someone hasn't told me, and I believe you, Angela, know. That's their attitude. They just give it to me. Okay? Give it to me. So it's literally stand and deliver. That's how the energy is. Because the soul got them to you for a reason. Okay? So we use the Star of David, which you're familiar with. And the training, basically, the book actually is based upon the training manual, but in a form that you can cope with, in a book form, without having someone to explain some stuff to you. But the training actually is really an energetic transmission of the work. This work is not something that you study and remember, okay? It is actually where you open for a bodily activation and transmission of it. So you start to become this work. It's taken us 25, 26 years to understand how this process works. So basically, the level 1 training activates it in your DNA. It connects you to your soul contract reading team, and it activates it in your fields. All right? Just going to clear my throat here. Sorry about that. It's getting over a virus. So we spend 3 days explaining how the Star of David works, and most importantly, what do all the 22 numbers mean in different positions on the Star of David. And so you are immersed in it for the first 3 days. And we explain the basic idea here that this is a gateway of consciousness, and the soul chooses a particular set of vibrations to create your reality in each moment. And the physical triangle is how you create your outer interface with the world, and the spiritual triangle creates your opening to higher consciousness so that you can bring that down, embodied into the physical part of yourself, okay, so that you can express it through your physicality, all right? And the physical karma is a set of lessons you have in life that you need to work through. I'm just going to close the browser down because it's making a bit of noise here. This explains how, sorry about the blackout then. This explains how the physical karma is something you turn into when you transmute, and that delivers your gifts that you're here to take out into the physical world. And that's created by taking your physical talents and they infuse into the karma and overcome that. And as they get stronger, it means you can achieve your physical goals or your dreams in life. And the spiritual karma here is the spiritual lessons that you need to turn, or challenges you need to turn into. So you open to higher consciousness, and if you turn into them, which is the opposite of what most of us would do, we avoid the tough stuff in life, then the challenges become our gifts. And we overcome them by infusing the spiritual talents into the spiritual karma. As it gets stronger, it helps us get to the spiritual goals. So these 6 outer aspects here to be consciously worked with, and that's what we teach you how to reveal to your clients. And if you consciously work through them all, you'll gradually discover what your soul destiny is, what the real purpose of this life is. Okay? And that's the true meaning. It doesn't arrive as some big biblical stone tablet. It arrives layer by layer. So the more you work on the 6 outer issues, the more that's revealed. Because we wouldn't be able to cope with us if we were told by ourselves really what we're here to do. So we just get enough to keep us going, enough to motivate us, and then new things turn up. And if you think about your lives, they probably haven't turned out the way you thought they would when you were 20 or 25 or 30. They've been quite different. So there's lots of surprises there. You never know what's going to happen next. Because the soul's actually triggering different parts of your contract to activate different experiences depending on what's going on. You notice how some themes run for a while, some aspect runs for a while, and that switches off after a year or two. Then something else runs for a while. The soul's actually doing all this to help you grow. So has everyone done their chart? I think everyone's done their chart, haven't they? Who would like some clarity on their chart? Lance. Okay, so you switch on your microphone, Lance. We're going to do a quick look at your chart so I can talk to you. Okay. So this is the contract reading software. Have you guys all had access to this? You tried this out?
I had the initial free.
Yeah. Okay. So for those of you who hadn't, you just go to soulcontractreader.com and that will give you access to the software, and you get 7 free charts off it. Okay, before you have to pay anything. Okay, so Lance, what's your current name? It's Lance Roberts?
Yeah, Lance Roberts.
Okay. And what's your birth name?
Middle name is Duran, D-U-R-A-N.
Okay. So is this all English, or we got some Spanish in there or anything like that?
My parents intended it to be read in English, so it would be Duran.
Okay. All right. And when were you born?
10/29, 1974.
Okay, we've got the English date here, but because the software picks it up if you're in America, now it switches it around for you. Okay, so we put our consent here, and we put the date, which is the 13th. And then we pick off your chart here. All right. So, Lance, we have a brief little reading. So do you have a specific question about your life that you want answered? Because you've already done the reading, so we'll see if we can.
Yeah. So in terms of the, I guess the biggest pattern that I see running in my life is the 8-8. That's the thing that hit me the most, and the dominant vibration, right? So I see that I have it in talents and in karma.
Yeah.
And so that should mean that I have the energy to overcome, even though one's in the physical aspect and the other one's in the spiritual aspect. I should have it there to overcome the negative karma.
No, not specifically. If you were to, actually, what I'll do is, for those watching the video who are not so familiar with it, I'll just explain briefly how we got the numbers. Okay, so just bear with me, Lance.
Okay.
So basically, we take Lance's name and we convert it to the equivalent Hebrew sounds here. And in Hebrew, numbers and letters have the same sound, the same energy. So all these Hebrew numbers drop out of the name. Then we allocate these numbers in a clockwise expanding spiral starting here. We go around the Star of David. Okay. And this is the beauty of the software. It does it automatically, so there's no errors. Then we add up the numbers. So in physical karma, 12 plus 6 plus 2 is 20. So we know the left-hand aspect in physical karma is 20. There's another aspect here, to the right-hand aspect. So that's found by simply going 2 plus 0 is 2. So we get 22 there. So Lance is here to experience everything. This energy here between a 20 and a pure 2 in terms of lessons, plus every blend in between. Okay, that's how we get what's called a combination number. In spiritual karma, the total is 26. And because we only have 22 Hebrew letters, we have to reduce that to the first number below 1 and 22. So 2 plus 6 is an 8. 8 doesn't reduce anymore, so 8 plus nothing gives another 8. So we get get a double letter, which basically is saying there's only a limited range of experience compared to a 20 and a 2. So that's how we get all the numbers like that. And then what we do is we take all these physical numbers, put them on the top half of this chart, spiritual numbers on the bottom half, and then we add them up. We get the column. This column here is 57, this column here adds up to 30, and 5 plus 7 is 12, 3 plus 0 is 3, so the 12, 3 becomes the soul resting in the middle. And all these squiggly symbols here, channel symbols that Frank brought through, will help me tell you, Lance, what you need to know. Okay, so that's for you guys who are watching the video later. So for this spiritual karmic pattern here, Lance, this talent here affects it that way. This talent cannot affect it. Doesn't work. It's in the wrong part of the chart.
Okay.
Okay, so to ground here would require well, the 7 is all about reaching out and connecting with the heart with people. So how's your heart been, Lance, in terms of connecting emotionally with people?
Certainly a lot better lately than it was when I was younger.
Yeah.
I'm working as a behavioral coach, and I work with kids with ADD and high functioning autism and Asperger's.
Yeah.
So I did have a question about that 7-7. Is it specifically meant for facilitating spiritual groups, or could that just be facilitating any sort of group processing?
Group processing in general, but with the spiritual orientation, because it's in the spiritual part of your chart.
Okay.
Okay. And the 8 is about, this is here to ground in your body emotionally and connect to people, form clear boundaries around your little amoeba symbol here, and then to visit them and not get over attached to what's going on or get over involved in other people's stuff. How's that been going?
I would definitely say that I'm sometimes in my head more, and not as grounded.
Yeah.
And actually, when I read the 8-8, that's the thing in the book that struck me the absolute most was the description in 8-8. I was like, how 8-8s typically feel like they're really not even meant to be on this earth, And I felt that like from day one.
Yeah.
So, in terms of my boundaries, better lately than before.
Yeah, it's always work in progress. So you've got to actually work through it by taking action in the world, or in internal healing processes like divine healing, which some people have mentioned, to work on the programs of not wanting to be here. This basically says you don't come here very often. It's essentially what it's saying. Being in nature, okay, and maybe even optimizing your name, where we look at a new name or a different middle name, for example, to infuse the right frequencies into the talents.
Okay.
Like if we have another 8, so you had another name and you had an 8 here, that would infuse an 8, the positive, pure positive energy into the 8 here.
Okay.
That will be something to consider. That's the other way of doing it. So you come at these things a few different ways. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. But this physical talent 8 here, I'm just going to clear this. This says that you actually are quite grounded in the physical part of the chart. And you're quite good at relating to people when you want to be, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very good at relating one-on-one or in groups where I'm facilitating, but I would say that the spiritual karma 8-8 makes me not understand society and not understand kind of like the way things work on a bigger scale, like organizations, companies, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, something to explore, I think, and I'm working maybe on a bigger scale. Okay. Sort of as you progress, we all tend to start working individually with clients, and then this typical path, and then branch out into groups and work at a higher level as we get our skill base built up. Okay. So let's look at the rest of your chart to see what it has to say. So the physical karmas is 22. So this is about learn great movement. So did you have some restriction on your belief system when you were a kid?
I wouldn't necessarily say that I had restriction in terms of, well, I mean, I grew up Catholic, but it wasn't super oppressive compared to some other people might have grown up. But I would definitely say that in terms of my belief system outside of religion, it was very constrictive and a very lack-oriented belief system.
Lack-orientated.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you in terms of becoming more flexible in your belief system, because you've been on the path a while now?
Yeah. I'm certainly more flexible in terms of how I treat other people, but I definitely see that lack orientation in my thinking still. And so it's something I'm still working on.
Yeah. Well, that comes from this physical goal 4 here. The 4 is about the flow of nature and about the lesson, because it's the goal, is to learn to come to the positive aspects of it, which is to learn to be worthy of receiving the flow of love, God's abundance, nature, money, ideas. And so this can be like not enough love as a child or something constricted in some way. So what happened for you?
Wow. There's a lot, but, I'm a survivor of sexual abuse, and I'm also physical abuse as well. So, there was a lot.
Yeah, well, this comes from the spiritual goals. So was it a masculine, male figure who was involved there, or a female?
Yes, male. But then, in a sense, though, my mom was very emotionally abusive. So, But in terms of the sexual and physical abuse, male.
Yeah, this is the 10-1, which is the masculine. So if it's in the goal or karma, you can get mental and emotional and physical abuse. And the whole point of that is not to take you out forever. It's basically so you can overcome it and then go from a journey of feeling disempowered or like a victim to back into full empowerment. That's what that journey is about. So this is the negative context that we all have. That's the most important thing for people you work with if you learn how to do this work, is it showing them the negative context they created and then saying, okay, now that's what's there. Now here's how you get out of it. And that's the bit they're really interested in, because most people are sort of thinking that I'm stuck with this forever and they give up. Then you show them there's a way, and here's the gift that's going to come out of it. Your gift is to come into your clear and pure, initiated, mature masculine power and to use it in service to the world. So how's that going?
I would say that I lack a lot of the initiation or the drive of that pure masculine energy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's work in progress, because this is just spiritual goals, and it could take you the rest of your life to get there. But that's because it's at the end of the chart. But that's the primary spiritual goal for you. There, looking at that. So I would look into that. Go and look up online the Mankind Project. Have you heard of them?
I have, but only vaguely.
Okay. Well, there's another book. There's a book called I and John by Robert Bly, famous American poet, which talks about the hero's journey of a young fallen prince claiming his power back. And the Mankind Project, just Google it. Okay, I'll be in San Diego. They're global, and basically they give men the initiation to claim back their power to learn to be of service to others, their families, and the world. It's very, very powerful. I think you find that really useful. Okay. So let's have a look here. So many things. So this physical talent here grounds you to feel. Well, what's the right belief for you? It grounds you here into the earth. Okay, so that you can learn to trust in the flow. Okay, of nature, but you have to ground the earth to be with nature first. Okay. And then this spiritual talent here helps you reach out to people, which the 8 doesn't want to reach out to people initially. And the 7 here helps you move out of the past, okay, and into the future, which is what you've got to do when you've had something as severe as you with the 10-1 in terms of the abuse. Okay. And I don't know, how's all that sounding so far?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Does it sound like your life though?
Yeah, I mean, it's right on.
So the product of working through all these, see what happens is that each of these has a time scale here, and you have a percentage increased here, percentage completed, and you're working through this over time. And if you get to 100% on all of them here, the soul destiny reveals itself. And your soul destiny, do you read a lot of books, Lance?
I'm not somebody that reads a lot of books all the way through, but I'm definitely an info snacker.
Yeah.
I'm always taking in information, but maybe not like all the way. The only books that I read all the way through are books like yours.
That's good to hear. Yeah. How long did it take you to read the book?
It took me, I think probably a couple of months though, just because I moved around. I kind of took parts of it and then realized that, I didn't really understand what I thought I understood. So I had to go back, give it more context and kind of draw it out that way. But I'm very ADD that way.
Yeah. Just wondering, because the 12 is about absorbing knowledge, expanding it, and communicating it out to the world. You see, so being a facilitator is the perfect role for you. You're here to learn to bring ancient wisdom and knowledge out of you, and to lead others in a teaching communication environment.
Okay.
So you're definitely on the right path there, and to be worthy to bring that knowledge out. And as you come into your power here, that'll help you overcome any unworthiness to show yourself, show who you are. And the 3 also affects in terms of financial wealth, because it's about how worthy do you feel to be loved is directly proportional to how worthy do you feel to have a certain amount of money. It links together. The money is an outer expression of your internal worthiness in the way this 3 and the 4 works here.
Okay.
Has that helped?
Yeah, absolutely. And so does the soul destiny kind of run as a karma as well? Because I noticed that from what I read in the book, some of the karmic aspects of the 12-3 I notice in my life a lot.
It does. It's karmic until you complete all the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you read the karmic aspects of it, that's what you work through them as you work through the outer aspects. Okay. So if you apply the same recommendations as for standard physical karma or spiritual talents, spiritual karma, that'll help you work through that as well.
Okay.
That's how it works. Anyone else got any questions? Just switch your microphone on if you got any questions on that one.
Thank you, Nicholas.
My pleasure. Sujata, I'll unmute you so you have to get up.
Okay, so are you asking if we want our chart done or if we have questions about his chart?
Just questions about any the issues that came up there in terms of process, or just if it's something you want to know about?
I don't think I know enough to ask. I mean, I'd ask a question on mine, but if we're going to stay on this, then I will pass.
Yeah. Well, we can actually each of you can have one question about your chart. We might as well do that. Let's start that. So how about that?
Okay.
So let me just close this one. Okay.
And thank you, Lance, for going first.
So
Okay, that's not, well, my birth name isn't what my current name is different than my birth name.
yeah, what's your birth name?
Okay, it was Dolores, Dolores,
Yeah.
Anne, Anne, Monty, Monti.
Okay. All right. So Dolores, when were you born?
12/12/67.
Okay.
So strange to even hear that name.
Yeah. It's a very American name. You never hear that in England, that name.
It's actually Spanish. It means pain and sorrow, so I changed it.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sujata, what's your question about your chart?
Oh, gosh.
Everyone can have one question. There's a time for one question each.
Okay. What's the best way to deal with 21/3? I mean...
Okay, you need to optimize your name.
Yeah, she told me to
put a 9 here. To burn that guy out. That's the only way to do it. It needs basically to be literally catalyzed and burnt out. Excise this thing.
Well, what she had suggested was to put the Sujata on the front of it. So it's Sujata, Dolores, and Monty.
Who was the reader?
It was Rachel Flower.
Okay, well, she should know what she's doing. She's done this a lot. So let's have a look. This is the overlay part of the software. So we got Sujata already there. So we just go chart. Okay, so what you need to do then, Sujata.
Yeah, so what she said was to do Sujata, Dolores, and Monty.
Oh, she tried it already. Okay, let's just try that.
Yeah. Because she did Dolores and Monty, Sujata D Monty, Sujata DA Monty. You know, I haven't read the book like Lance, so I'm not quite sure what to ask you, but I think, you know, I'm going through the biggest life shift in my life right now, and I'm just not even sure what question to ask you, quite frankly.
So what did she say? Call it Sujata, Dolores, and Monty. Is that what she said?
Yeah, that was the best of the ones we could come up with.
Okay. So the way overlays work, guys, is that this is like the cake of your life, is what you've learned from the book. And in the level 2 of the soul contract, we teach you about relationships, because what will happen if you do this work is once you've done the birth chart, your clients will say, okay, Sujata, now tell me about my husband and my kids and my lover and all the other things. That follows about a microsecond after they finish the reading, when they figure out how good this stuff is.
Yeah.
So everyone says to me, when's the next book out, Nicholas, about relationships? About it in the book. Come stand and deliver. But we'll get to it.
Maybe Lance can help you write it.
Yeah. So the 9 here goes into here. So basically these energies are positive energies that come from a non-birth name or different names you use into the birth chart, and they help you change and grow in different ways. It's like different flavors of icing going into the cake. And if you get the right name here by optimizing it, you can transmute all the karmic and goal stuff in the birth name a lot faster just by being called a different name. So it's basically energetic surgery you're doing. So what Rachel's talking about, this 9, which is this powerful dragon, is burning out this boulder-like divine mother, powerful but challenging energy that's made her life very difficult.
Yeah.
What she needs, you need another 9 down here or here, Sujata. Then that'll burn that guy out. Preferably here, actually, because it'll come to this talent gateway and it comes to fix that number, and that number. So you come more into your power and you come into more worthiness, and life will get easier. So that's what you got to do. Get her to work on this one here.
Okay.
Okay, that's how you sort that out.
Spiritual talents. Okay.
Spiritual talent 9, then you're in. then you're in business. Okay.
Pardon? Say that part again?
You put a 9 in here, or an 18-9, then that'll make your life a lot easier.
Okay. I could go for that. That would be nice.
Yeah. I think the brain injury comes from this 21-3, having to endure a lot of hardship.
Yeah, and I've had many of them, and this is just the first time I realized it was a problem. I mean, it's my whole life, so yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, who wants a question next? Angela? You have to unmute. I'll do it for you. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, go for it. Put your current name up first.
My current name, Angela Culbreath. Angela, yes, Culbreath.
Okay, and what's your birth name?
Angela Vernice, Vernise.
Yeah. Is that it?
Vernise, yes.
That's the last name, is it?
No, my last name is Cunningham, Cunning. Yep.
Okay. When were you born?
8/15/63.
Okay. All right. So what's your question, Angela?
I have a lot of doubles. I think I have 5 out of 7 numbers are doubles.
You do.
And I've spent a lot of time feeling stuck.
Yeah.
And then I need to get unstuck.
You're unstuck, yeah.
I just don't know. I'm like, I do well communicating with people. I love learning and teaching. In fact, I speak at workshops and conferences. I'm good with that. My karma issue is money, and I see that 12/3 right there.
You got 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah. And then, what does the dominant vibration have to do with all of this?
Oh, yeah, the dominant vibration is we have 4 more of the same number. Like got 4 7s here, and you got 4 8s. And if you read the word in the book, that's basically a channeling from God, which is to remind you why you came to Earth in the first place.
Okay.
That's what that's about there.
Okay.
Okay, and all teachers have 3s, so we all tend to be a bit poor initially, or for quite a long time. I mean, I was barely making a living before I wrote the book. I was in a lot of credit card debt and barely surviving as a single parent. And wasn't until I expressed the inner wisdom of my soul, my 3, which is what you need to do, Angela. When I shared the wisdom and wrote that book, that's when things got better financially.
Okay.
Not hugely, but so it just got a little more comfortable. But it takes time. So you got to work out what the ancient wisdom in you that is unique to you that you need to bring out in the world and teach to groups of people with these 7s. And that's actually how you solve the wealth issue.
Okay.
But it's got to be about sharing knowledge. It's no use buying lottery tickets when it's not that. You won't win anything.
Right.
You've got to share your wealth of knowledge, and in exchange, people share the wealth of money with you.
Okay.
That's the way it works.
Oh, I get it. Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what my problem has been?
Yeah.
I get invited to do things, but then it's like I don't want to charge people. I'm like, and they ask me, like, how much would you charge to come and speak, or how much? And I'll go, no, it's okay. No, not realizing that, will open it up for me.
It would.
Wow.
The universe is about saying it's trying to invite you along. So you basically say, look, it'll cost $1,000 for that appearance or whatever is a market rate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
That's how you do it. So the money's there. You're just turning it away at the moment.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Anything else you see good?
I would say that you need to emotionally work on the unworthiness to be loved, wherever that comes from.
Okay.
I mean, that's saying to me, I don't know, something in childhood may have happened to break your heart or make you feel unworthy to be loved. That's the issue to work on emotionally. If you can start clearing that, that clears the unworthiness in these threes. Then
Okay.
your knowledge will come out. You'll feel like, okay, I can charge $2,000 for that talk or that speech. And then suddenly things get a bit rosier financially, and you'll enjoy doing it as well.
Okay.
I mean, the biggest pleasure for threes is just to communicate knowledge. That's the
Okay.
biggest buzz, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And it's good to be paid as well, but it's not the main focus with a three.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
All right. I would say for you, let's look at your other name. Take a quick look at this overlay. Your current name. Oh, I know why you're stuck. Look, see, you've got another 6 here. So this is clashing with that 6 here. Lance was talking about clashes earlier. So you need to optimize your name too, Angela.
Oh.
That's actually making you more stuck. Your own name, you're actually getting stuck because of this. It's worth bringing out the worst of the 6, which is to be stuck and scattered, too many things happening. Unless you're guaranteed success, you won't do something. So that's the reason.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. That's, yes. Oh, wow.
That's the main reason. That one there.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll put a link of name optimization on the I think I know that name optimization on when I send you guys the video.
Okay.
My email. I'll put a name optimization link on. So that's for you and for probably for all of you actually.
Okay.
All right, who wants to go next?
Thank you.
I can go next.
Yeah, who's that? I can't. Is it Andy?
Sarah Root.
Sarah. Okay, we'll go Sarah. Okay. All right. So, what's your birth name?
Sarah Jean Miller. Jean.
Is that right?
Right.
Date of birth?
12/25/56.
That's a bit tough on Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get one of my presents. So.
It's fun.
Okay. So what's your question, Sarah?
Well, it seems to me that I've worked through quite a lot of the karma.
Yeah.
But I seem to be really stuck with marketing and bringing my work forward. Although I'm bringing it forward in small groups, it's not getting out there to the people that I want it to in creating abundance. So I continue to be super stuck in some way, and I don't quite know how.
All right.
So I know it has to do with rubbing shoulders with a lot of people out there in society.
So tell me who's the target group is and what's the core of the offering for those groups, just so I've got some idea what you're doing.
Can you repeat that?
Can you describe the demographic or type of people you're targeting at the moment with your groups?
Advanced spiritual seekers.
Okay. And what's the main offering?
Energy work that activates people's spiritual awareness and souls.
Okay. All right. See, this karma here is clashing here. So basically, it's causing you to hide from society energetically.
Right.
And also, this 21 threes, you're having to endure. You've had to endure a lot with this, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to burn that out. So you need a 9 here. You need a longer name. You need to put a middle name in here. To put a 9 there to burn that out, and then that'll make it easier. Because the 3, you see, the 3 energetically wants to hide away. Okay.
Yeah.
And so people literally can't see you enough. It's about the best way I can put it. So you need to be more worthy to be seen in the world. Okay, because there's a whole bunch of stuff here about being suppressed emotionally. Does that happen?
I've been very emotionally suppressed. I wouldn't say so much in the last couple of years.
Yeah, but when you were younger, there's probably a lot of that going on.
Super suppressed.
Yeah, so I would probably put a 9 here as well to burn out those 8s, to literally burn them out, and a 9 here because we've got a 22-4, which is disconnecting from source. So that this will bring the flow as well, and this guy you got to work on, because that's actually how you're going to deliver your message. So this is actually going to really bring out a very versatile expression, especially the word of God coming through you.
Well, it's interesting because I feel very connected with Source, and when I'm doing work, people feel like I'm transmitting.
Yeah.
And I spend the rest of my day in self-doubt and.
Yeah, what's the 3? I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there some reason you're not using Sarah Jean Root? Because that's my legal name at the moment. That's a longer name.
Yeah, but what's the common usage of your name? That's Sarah Root, though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, well, let's just check that Sarah Jean Root briefly. We've got time to do everyone here. It's okay. Let's copy that over here. See if this is any good. No 9s. No 9s. This is not going to work. Not strong enough.
Okay, good.
Not strong enough. Too sensitive. This will mean you end up doing goddess work and talking to the man in the street, which is not what you're looking for if you're trying to be advanced spiritual seekers. Man in the street means on the spell curve, you're going to be it would target you down there when you want to go over here.
Yeah.
But don't use this name, or you'll be hitting the wrong market.
Okay.
Okay.
How do I figure out how to optimize my name? Just play around.
Have a look at the link I send you.
Okay.
But basically, you really need to do a proper overlay reading of all your primary love relationships and core influences. What happens out of that is you get 3 or 4 main key themes turn up, which are in addition to what's in your birth chart. And then you write out all the goals from there which resonate, which they all will. And then in meditation, what you guys need to do is you ask the universe, say, Great Spirit, give me a name that's going to help me achieve them. And then you wait. And you pay very careful attention to what is said to you in meditation, what you see in the outer world, what appears on the back of a truck. You see a name twice, write it down, because it's the universe saying, Sarah, it's over here, pay attention, could be on the back of a car.
Ooh.
I had one woman find her optimal name, the middle name, on the back of a car in Mexico. And it was perfect. I told her to look out. She said, I saw it, Nicholas, and it really jumped out at me, and we tried it. It was perfect. And it completely changed her life because we got the name. So you write down all the names that come to you, and then name optimization, I work with you to find that right optimal name, which is actually already inside you. You're not making it up. What you're doing is you're actually getting to what the soul's designed, and that will get you to where you want.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Is there anything else you can pick out for me?
I think lots of grounding is the key. Grounding, you got to keep talking, Sarah. Get all remaining suppression out. And start to show yourself more. But I think name optimization is critical because you've got all this avoidance of society and this suppression of worthiness and expression. So we need to actually really put laser-like dragon breath into there.
Yeah.
That's the fastest way to do it.
Okay.
And then a bit more. No? Okay.
There was a bit where you were saying about names, your birth name, and then there is these numbers that would help to counter or help to alleviate certain areas. Is this a more advanced part, or is it part of the course?
It's what we teach in level 2. It's called name optimization. You have to do level 1 first to understand the essence of the 22 numbers. But once you've got that and practice for a while on clients or friends and family, level 2 basically is overlay readings, which is what I've done for some of you. It explains how relationships work with people. And that's a very interesting thing, obviously, because everyone wants to know why they do what they do, the relationships. But within that, we teach name optimization, how to find the optimal name so someone's life can really happen. I had mine done about 10 years ago, and it completely changed my life. Okay, completely changed it. it really accelerated everything. So that's when we teach it in the second tier, second level.
Oh, second level. So
Second
the first level is really understanding the whole lot, how it all works.
Yeah, first level is focusing on 3 days of transmission to understand how the essence of all the numbers, so it's activated in you.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last 2 days are spent teaching you how to deliver readings through that activated transmission in you, how to hold space for clients. Most of you are therapists or coaches, okay? So we just plug that into your existing structure, okay? And then we show you how to wrap all your existing tools around the systems. This becomes the core framework. So, because when you understand the deepest drives of somebody, okay, which is what I've got on the presentation here, okay, you understand, have this profound understanding, you can accurately work with them. And because they know it's true, it builds almost trust, and you just focus all your own tools appropriately to help them get there. And clients, when they realize you really know what you're doing, and they trust it, they'll just keep coming back because they want to continue. Can we keep going, Sarah? Okay, now what do we do? You say, well, it's the 4 now. You got to build trust, and then it's the 9. You got to come into your power, and it'll just be like, bring it on, give me some more. So it's good for maintaining good, strong connections with clients, and they work with you. Some people work with me for several years at a time. We flow with the system, because why would they go anywhere else when they have a really accurate read on what's going on? You see, it's very powerful like that as a tool, and it can be adapted to, you know, whatever modalities you have. Okay. So what else do we do in the course? Go on.
You also have this part 1 in a month's time, am I right?
Yeah, level 1's in a month's time, the 15th of March, I think, yeah.
And the format be the same, it'd be over Zoom?
It's usually over Zoom, although you can come in person if you want.
There's no difference though, I mean,
well, there may be some other physical people turn up, but they may not. It depends, because this course will run from California to Europe, sometimes Australia, South Africa, New Zealand. You never quite know who's going to turn up, but usually it's pretty global. Usually the course, so that's why most people are on Zoom, because they're not even in England or in the southeast.
Of course.
But it's whatever convenient for you. So
yes, of course, yeah. I will certainly email you, and then I'll take further, because there's a lot more in depth that need to go into before I can take further. I would very much like to take this course, definitely.
Okay. So we open your channel up. So we take, you've got this conscious knowledge coming in, you've got this transmission coming in, but actually we teach you all that stuff. Then we teach you to let go, and then basically you surrender into the flow of your intuition, and it'll just come out of you, because the higher self and your soul contract guides will basically guide you through it. If your mind can let go enough, then the right thing is said in the right moment. Because basically it's like you're connecting to the higher self of the client, because you're going to practice on each other in the training, you see. And basically the two higher selves meet, and then it's like your client's higher self is having a conversation with them at a human level via you. And you just got to get out of the way to do that. It's about the best way I can describe the process. And when you let go, it's quite amazing what comes out of people's mouths and the impact it has, because this is what it is. It's like a massive dose of truth optimized for that moment in your life to awaken them. That's actually what happens. But everyone tends to give pretty good readings, because we figured out how to actually activate the transmission. So what we do is that we take your friends and family, and we use them as case studies in the training to explain all the numbers. So we use real examples. We don't read from the manual. We say, okay, here's Andrella's mum, here's Sarah's hidden secret lover, here's Angela's third husband, and we show how they work. And then each of you would say, well, that's true, and that's true. And they give you the true subjective context of that person's life. And because it's very real, emotionally, you get that transmission. That's actually how you learn how they work. We don't read the manual out at all. We just say, here's a real human being, and here's what actually happens. Okay, with it. So you get this conscious me talking to you, but most of it's transmission, energetic transmission, the way it works, this course. So provided you practice with it, within the month after that, it embeds and it stays there permanently. So this is how we teach it. And there's 3 transmissions with the 3 levels, but the first gives you a lot. But by the time you hit the 3rd level, what people say is, Nicholas, I actually don't need to read the manual or the book anymore. It just comes out of me because you're fully activated. That's actually what some people experience with it. Okay, but it takes 3 of them. It's a magic number in the universe to get it activated because it's a stage-wise process. But you can still deliver a lot even with level 1. Okay. And we offer ongoing support. There's a Facebook group, secret Facebook group we use. We have master classes for specific aspects of the work. We have a mentoring program as well. Basically, it's a webinar like this where we cover specific issues that people want to address. Because the whole point of what we're trying to do is get you out there to raise consciousness, really, in whatever's uniquely your way. And you'd each of you will do it differently. Every practitioner is different because they have you'll love some parts of this, some other parts will interest you, but it's about adapting the bits that you love, you have a passion for, and that's how you'll deliver it. They're your gateways to get the work out to the world. And so what happens to your clients as a result? Well, they have a lot of peace and they hear the truth. They can sort of let go of the doubt and wondering, well, all this weird stuff's going on. I don't know if it's to take it seriously or not. What's important here? And they feel relieved that there's actually an order to their life. They haven't been wasting their time. And those especially who feel like victims of life, they can move out and take charge and become empowered. That's why we call it empowering people. And so people take charge and they can get on with their life. They don't have to wait for something else external to be done to make it happen. They can actually make it happen themselves from wherever they are in their life. I was very disempowered in my life, most of it. And I got hold of this and I figured out how to break through this whole thing. So what we teach you to do is that you show them their spiritual map of life, soul contract, and recommendations are given on how to overcome the challenges from exactly where they are in the moment. You can align them to their life purpose. Most people are not aligned to their purpose. They're doing what the ego thinks, which is creating a lot of suffering. Because when you align to your purpose, life opens and flows. You touch their inner being, creating a trusting connection, so you can go very deep with them. And you also open to a deeper level of yourself. I mean, I've been doing this for 27 years, and I still love doing readings because just seeing someone awaken and the potential flower and get out in the world is amazing. It's just much better than working in a glass box in the financial centre of London, which is what I used to do. And it is experiential, as I said. Okay, so you'll be giving and preparing readings in the group. You'll all be able to do it. So you can deliver readings after the workshop. But you do need to practice. That's the main thing there with that. And what happens is you're thinking about how the business builds, like some of you. Well, once you've done one personal reading, what will happen is people talk to an average of 10 people about an experience they've had with an alternative therapist. And if you deliver a good reading, 3 or 4 of those people will probably turn up at your doorstep. They'll say, Sarah, my friend had a reading. I want what she had. Here's the money. Let's go. That's the attitude. I don't know what it is, but I want it because she changed radically. That's how I built this business. I built it in London by giving these readings and it spread purely by word of mouth. There was no internet when I started this, the way it is now. Pure word of mouth. And then it just got out there and this business built, you see. And obviously you offer your own unique combination of other tools to help them move forward, and then it happens, okay? Because it's the most powerful marketing, much more powerful than Facebook and all the other stuff they talk about, someone's personal recommendation, all right? So the course itself is live in Surrey here, if you want to turn up to Weybridge, plus the Global Week Conference, which will be on Zoom. It's pretty stable. And when you practice, we break you out into little breakout rooms. So you'll have virtual privacy. There'd be 2 of you and maybe 3 of you in a room if it's an odd number on the course. And you can practice on each other. It might be half an hour each way. And I just come around and check how you're doing. You can put your electronic hand up. And so you don't have the noise of a bunch of people in a workshop. You just have quiet by yourself, and then you come back. When you've done your reading practice, you come back to the main virtual teaching room and you join up and we see how you went. Okay? So we run it from California friendly time from 12:45 to 8:30 p.m. UK. So for you, Sarah, it's 7:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay? For Lance, for you, it's 4:45 to 12:30 p.m. Okay, it used to be like 2 in the morning in California. We do this simply because I can only teach to about 8:30 at night. After that, I'm fading. And also some people in Europe come and they can handle 9:30, but that's about the limit. So it's a nice sort of compromise across about half of the world's time zones. Okay. If you want to reserve your place, it's £229, about $288, depending on the exchange rate. Full price is £616 or $770 US. And you can register here, just soulcontractreading.com. That will take you to the website page and you can reserve your place there. And it gives you more details about the course. But I pretty much told you the essence of it really today. So if you feel the urge to come, you're welcome. It's got to be a calling though. You come for this. Sarah.
Yeah, I have one quick question about the software. I've been using the trial software, and it pumps out the basic numbers. But a friend of a friend who told me about your work seems to have somehow punched out a 20-page readout for her friend. It looks like it comes straight from all of the pieces of the book. Is there an advanced software that's available, or how did she do that?
I'll show you how you do that. So on the software, if you click on here, under the birth chart, click on Notes, PDF, click on that.
Right.
What it will do is this. It produces a 5-page PDF, which is probably what you saw.
Yes.
And it looks like this. What it does is it produces your Star of David. Then what it does is it produces for each of the 7 aspects, it produces this chart. This is what we use for practitioners. So it produces all the categories, the initiations, qualities, all the key points out of the book are presented here. Then you can just write your interpretations here. So you don't have to go and look up the book at all for the key things. You just got to look in the interpretation, primary interpretations, the first and second tiers, so you can actually produce your notes for giving a reading. That's what she was actually doing. And so you can just save this PDF or print it off, whatever you want. And this is what you send to your clients if you're doing it online.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so she had an actual 20 pages of typed stuff that looked very much like your book text, so she must have just typed it all in.
You must have typed it in, because we don't provide that at the moment.
I'm not interested in typing it all in.
No, we don't do that at the moment, because what we used to, but what happens is the practitioner said, we don't want to do that. We want to write our own notes.
Yeah.
We took that out, you see. So
great, thank you.
Okay.
So it used to be there then?
Well, we used to have an older version of the software where we used to have the interpretations built in.
I bet she had that. Okay, good. Thank you.
Might have been the reason, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Lance, you had a question.
Yeah, so I first bought the book about 3 years ago, I'd say, and I really wanted to do the practitioner training.
Yeah.
But as of yet, I have not been able to get enough money free to get even like $288 or whatever it is US free. So are there different payment plans, or is there a way? I don't know.
Yeah, we used to have payment plans, then we had some problems with people not paying. So it's probably best to save for it, Lance. Have a standing order to a savings account so it saves it regularly. That's probably the best way, because it seems to be better to exchange fully up front, then you get the best transmission.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why we moved away from payment plans. And people tend to, when they've saved for it, they tend to engage more deeply because they've put that much money on the line. They really want to go for it, you see. So unfortunately, we don't do them anymore. So
Okay.
we got sick and tired of chasing people around for money. Thing I hate doing the most. So, any other questions? Okay, Angela, you got a question? No? Hang on, let me just. What did you say? Try to
No,
go.
I was saying that this is great. I have a better understanding because, you know, when you read the book, you still have a few questions. So one question I did have is, even though we have two numbers, are we looking at each number individually and then collectively? Because you know how it's broken down in the book, where you have the single numbers, you look at 12, 3, and then you'll go to the next section where it'll actually have the pairs of numbers. So you start out with the basics with the single number first and then go to the pairs, or not at all?
You tend to look at them separately initially, but then you look at how they work together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's many layers of this thing, you see. That's the reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of different pieces resonate with the individual when once they start reading and putting it all together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions, people, or comments? Got a few more minutes if you want to ask another question. 5 more minutes.
Yeah, will you be having other trainings in 2017? I assume you will. Level 1.
You'll probably be having other ones. We're still sorting that out. So
yeah. Okay.
Are the dates next month not going to work for you, or?
It probably will. I'm just sitting with it and just wondered if there were other options.
Okay. All right. Any final ones? Everyone okay? All right. Thanks for total engagement, people. I really enjoyed that. And we'll send you an email. It might be the next day or two. Got to process the video first, and then so you can see the video again. And I'll put the link on for name optimization. Seems to be the theme tonight, actually. Yeah. And the strategy on a page book. I mean, you guys can get out there and make a difference. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So thank you.